There's only a few hours left before Bitcoin will make a decisive move, most likely to the upside. I will show you what charts are pointing to exactly that scenario and so much more that we have to go through here over today, what I have prepared. So definitely don't miss out on that, and let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Tuesday. I almost thought it's Thursday. We jumped directly into the Bitcoin chart today, a little bit different than usual. Here on the 15 minutes chart, we have seen that Bitcoin yesterday tried to break here into this resistance without any big surprise, rejected. I also pointed out yesterday that this is most likely what's going to happen, that we will come up here into this area, we'll get a move down, grab liquidity, then we will start moving up. And now when we will come up, it will be the proper move where we go through that resistance. You can also see that in the stochastic RSI with the buy signal that we just got, and the MACD bouncing off the signal line here back to the upside while we are printing green candles, and the RSI holding bullish territory. So here you see currently the price is struggling a little bit with $109,000, but once we are closing a 15-minute candle above that, we should get continuation here really fast. On the 1 hourly chart, our overall trading setup is here in nice profit. On the 1 hourly chart, things, at least on stochastic RSI, look not as bullish as everywhere else, but I rule this indicator out right now, and I'm gonna explain you why. First of all, you have here a massive reversal going on, almost in a V shape, while the MACD is keep printing bullish momentum and the RSI is keep going higher and higher. So in these times, if you have one indicator misfiring, I just rule this indicator out and say, okay, this indicator here right now is misfiring, is wrong positioned, and the price action, MACD and RSI ruling over with their confluence over that one indicator. So that will be confirmed most likely in the current 1 hourly candle here. When we start to move into higher levels, we will come up here to take out these highs at $109,718 approximately. And once these highs are taken out, we could see a move all the way up here into the resistance area of $111,300. For this specific trade setup, you are most likely not too late yet. How much did we move up here yet? 0.65%. You could still technically enter this here if we get a 15-minute candle close above $109,000. That's what I would be looking out for. So when you see this video and we are around $109,000, just slightly above $109,000, you can still enter this and trade this into the target here of $111,360. If you want to do that, do it on BloFin, guys. The more you trade, the more you can actually get here. You can get a Rolex, you can get AirPods, a Switch, iPhone 16 Pro Max, a MacBook, or an Apple Vision Pro. It depends on how much volume you are trading on the exchange. But I can tell you, like 1 million, 5 million in trading volume is not crazy, you know. So that goes really quick. Over a period of like 2-3 weeks, you can easily get to these limits. And I also want to remind you, on next Sunday, are you gonna draw 5 winners of $500 that have signed up between today and Sunday. So Sunday evening when I do a stream, that is the cutoff time. That's when I'm going to pull the winner. The only thing that you need to do is sign up on BloFin and deposit $100 to be eligible for winning here $500. So yeah, check that out with the pinned comment. With the link in the pinned comment below and in the description below. On the daily chart, here we are just seeing a consolidation above that bull flag here. So which is definitely for me a really bullish indication for continuation. Because that was a long time resistance, and forming here a smaller bull flag right now above the current bull flag. If you look a little bit like this at this, and here you can see this is already a new all-time high. If we break here out of that bull flag to the upside, it's roughly $115,000 would be the target. Remember, I told you when we break here out of that bull flag, we will get a retest and then it's lift off. We are still in this retest phase where we luckily just consolidate and not just rip straight to the upside and get like a harsh rejection at some point. The consolidations are actually good because they form support for us when we get the next leg here into higher levels. So here I would say a breakout has to occur in the next 48 hours, in my opinion. That is the time window for that bull flag to break out here. So another 2 daily candles. If it did not happen then yet, then we have to reassess the situation and see where we are standing. But right now it looks like that potentially even today we could break out of this here. Something else that I wanted to show you here, why I believe that a bigger move is actually coming, is for once that we bounced off the mid-range of the Bollinger Bands, and usually when we do that we get an expansion into the top of the Bollinger Band. And also this is sitting right now at $111,300 again. You see there's major confluence around this area that we should actually get a move all the way up here, and then we're gonna keep trending along here in the $115,000 target from that bull flag formation. On the 4-hourly chart also here, you see we are trying right now to break back above the top of the trading range. I told you guys yesterday, as long as we are holding the 20 and the 50 moving average, which we did, we closed candles here above and got done, and we're then getting a bounce. We should get a bounce here back to the upside above the trading range, and this is in process right now. So this is absolutely in process. If you are here in that trade from all the way down here, absolutely fine, you don't need to do anything. What I would maybe do is raise your stop loss here below that candle here, that low of $107,500 approximately. So but otherwise, if you're looking for a different trade setup because you missed now the entry down here just above the trading range, the same stop loss would be another trade setup here into $114,000, a 4.6% move to the upside with a 1.47% stop loss. So definitely worth taking the trade here. Just wait that we are breaking above the trading range and get at least a 1-hourly candle closed above that level. On the NDX algo scalp gradients, also here we see price action heating up right now and moving into that big resistance cluster that I had just shown on the 15 minutes chart here a couple minutes ago. And also, as I mentioned yesterday, I said, let the reacting indicator move here a little bit sideways. We're going to turn up here again. And also this is exactly what we are seeing here in front of our eyes unfolding. So, and that we are heating up price-wise, just another major checkbox to tick for me, that we were right here and that price is now ready to move here potentially in the next 48 hours into a new all-time high. While we got supported from the underlying buy cluster of $108,100 to $107,750. On the liquidation levels side, where we're always on the lookout where liquidity is sitting. So we are seeing here clearly a move now to the upside to take out the over-leveraged liquidity on the short side that is going all the way up to $110,283 approximately. We are not far away to start liquidating from $109,271. And once we are getting here into this area, we're going to trigger a short squeeze in the area of $111,000-$112,000. I don't see us here coming down anytime soon to like $107,300, $106,300 to take out all the long liquidity that's sitting currently below us. You're gonna see longs getting liquidated again when price is around $110,000, $111,000 and we start building liquidity here on the long side. That is everybody that came late to the party, did not long around the 50 moving average and longed here somewhere in these wicks that on these lower highs that we have formed. So somewhere there, they're going to enter their long positions and then their liquidation prices will be somewhere here around. And that's when you're going to see that price will turn around when we are somewhere up here, grab that liquidity, go sideways again, and then we go higher one more time. Now on the liquidation heat map, here you can also clearly see from where the next short squeeze is coming, and that is more or less the area that I just mentioned. $109,900 is the area to look at. Once we're tapping into this, we should get a short squeeze into $111,300 approximately. And there I see an initial rejection with then continuation with a big candle in direction of $114,000 and $115,000. To the downside, as I just mentioned, some longs have built up here at around $107,000 and $106,500 approximately, but they are for now safe, and I hope that these people are smart enough to close their positions when we go past $110,000, $115,000. The Bitcoin dominance sees here a continuous down move right now on that chart. We are at 65.19%, but we need, as I mentioned here the last couple of days already, we need here a more sustained move to the downside below at least 64.75%, because that is also now a support level, as you can see over here. So here it was support, broke into resistance, was here resistance, here it turned into support. So now that support resistance flip zone needs to flip again into resistance for us. And when we see here a move below that with a bearish retest and then continuation to the downside, then we know, okay, that is finally completely gone. And I also want to tell you guys here that a move to the downside can happen, you know, really, really quick. So also here, you need to be positioned before this is actually happening. So I'm going to show you some altcoins that we can still buy right now, where it's not too late to get actually into. And if you want to trade altcoins, do this on Bybit, guys. You get up to $30,000 in sign-up and deposit bonuses if you use the link in the pin comment below and the description below, and also a Bybit card. And I just got a notification earlier that right now you get up to 20% cash back on your Bybit card, which is insane. Imagine if I would have bought now, I don't know, I was just shopping with my girlfriend and I spent $500. So yeah, I spent for everything $500 roughly. So imagine I paid, of course, with my Bybit card. And now I would get 20% back from that. So instead of 500, I spend only 400, which is amazing. So I have now $100 free that I can put back in the market or do whatever with. So why would I not have a card like that? So that is, for me, that's reason enough already to sign up on Bybit. So yeah, check it out with the link in the pin comment below and in the description below. Now Ethereum is starting here to move now back to the upside. I warned you about this, that when the golden cross is coming, that usually price pulls back to retest the 50 moving average. And look at this here. Sniper move to the 50, bounce back up, continuation to the upside. Now we only have to take out here 2,600, 2,615. That is the range that we need to break. Once we have broken this range, you get straight continuation in direction of $2,740 and $3,000. Here's something else that I also want to show you really quickly. I just saw that. So here we are forming here right now a W pattern. So, and we are on the cusp of breaking this to the upside. So if I just take it here conservatively, so that is already a target of $2,691. That is a 4% move, I think. So that is your next Ethereum trade. 3.87%. Yeah, okay, roughly 4%. So that is your next Ethereum trade if you're not in a trade already. But honestly, I would trade this all the way up to $2,741. There's not much missing, and that's the next logical target where price is attracted to when we are breaking this W pattern to the upside with the bullish momentum from the golden cross that we have. Then also Solana looks ready to move here to the upside, and for hourly chart, stochastic nicely pointing to the upside. Stochastic about to flip bullish here again. Oh, it's already bullish. And the RSI also pointing to the upside. And once we are breaking $155, we will fly here into $165, $180 really, really quickly, especially since that downward sloping trend line is now broken and has also confirmed support with a bounce of it with continuation to the upside. Then Sui also, after some sideways chop here, looks ready finally to get a proper move to the upside. A little bit more patience here. I would say give it another day or two, and I think then we will be breaking again above $3. Here, I still remain with what I said the last couple of days. You can long here along that trend line, but if you want to play it a little bit more safe, wait for $2.96 and then trade this here into the bigger resistance of $3.45. That's a 16.45% move to the upside. More than enough money to go around. If you let's say trade with $1,000 and you use 5x, you make almost another $1,000 on that trade, you know, really, really quickly. So definitely worth taking that here. Then Link also shows signs here of to potentially wake up after a small reaccumulation phase over here. Once we are breaking here above $3.88, you're gonna see also Link flying past $15 fairly quickly. We are in since $13.14. Here, nice buy signal on stochastic, RSI going up, MACD also bullish here. And not to mention that after such a long downwards consolidation period here, in that parallel channel with a breakout above that channel, there is definitely an impulse move coming here into higher prices. Render respected here once again the upward sloping trend line as support. Remember what I always told you now for the last 3-4 days already. Every time at the trend line, you either open a trade when we get there, or you add to your trade along that trend line here to the upside. Here again, you need to be also pretty patient with this, because this will only break out by Thursday, Friday at some point. But when it breaks out, it will be fireworks for us. It will be fireworks for us. So I added here again when we came down here and fell basically off that trend line. Now, if this would turn against me, where would I have my stop loss? My stop loss would be here on the prior higher low, not on the current one, the prior one over here at roughly $3. Don't take too much leverage on, because you are basically almost 7% away from that, 6% roughly away from that. So you cannot go here and use 20x leverage. You know, you will get liquidated if you would do that. So that's why low leverage until we get the breakout. When we get the breakout, we can increase and crank up the leverage. The target remains the same here, $3.87. Then hype is another one. We broke down from that ascending triangle, but I see this here as a deviation, because we broke into support, got an imminent bounce back to the upside. So here at the 0.5 level would be now my new entry. I moved it down from the golden ratio. If you're in that trade since the golden ratio and you got not stopped out, which you should have been, then just keep adding here to your trade. So that's what I'm personally also doing. When I see here a 1 hourly candle close above $38.30, I will keep adding to my position and will then close the trade once we're getting here to $44.52. I still believe that that move is coming here. Just be a little bit more patient. We are also here just ranging. So here, this is the current trading range that we're in. We're just ranging, and once that ranging is over, you're gonna get that break to the upside. So of course, on the 1 hourly chart, again, stochastic looks a little bit cooked. RSI is kind of fine. MACD is bullish. 4 hourly chart most likely completely cooled down here. Yeah, 4 hourly chart looks juicy to me. And here, there might be on a higher time frame. Let me actually check that quick. No, not right now. No, but even on the 12 hourly chart is about to bottom out. I just saw that here briefly while I was on it. Also here, I'm not really concerned. In the next 48 hours, we're gonna see here a massive move for Bitcoin. There's so much contraction right now happening, not only in Bitcoin, but also in altcoins. And that would just lead to a massive breakout, in my opinion, to the upside. There is no other way where we can go. So yeah, I hope you're well positioned for that. So don't forget, guys, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That's the end of the video, and I'm going to see you again tomorrow.